Hello, my dear student. How are you? Hope you are better at home. Today I will discuss another topic continuing course on 7A. The name of the topic is developing the analysis of teaching learning materials. But at first, come to what is TLM. I am giving you the definition with the example TLM. What is TLM? I am giving you the definitions. TLM, in the field of education, TLM stands for the teaching learning materials. Broadly, the terms refer to a spectrum of educational materials that teachers use in the classroom to support specific learning objectives as set out in the lesson plan. This is the definition of TLM. I am giving you some example of some TLM, that is blackboard, textbook, chalk, duster. The teacher also is a TLM. Next, tape recorder, television, maps, model, charts. All these are the great examples of TLMs. Let's go to the characteristic of TLM. What is characteristic of TLM? Characteristics of TLM. I will give you some features of characteristic of TLM. First, come to the characteristic of TLM. It would be accurate. Your TLM should be accurate. That is exact. Your TLM should be accurate and exact. Next features, realistic. Your TLM should be realistic in any case. It will be real in our environment. That is the realistics. Next, another features of characteristics, meaningful. Your TLM should be meaningful. That the meaningful and always serve as a useful purpose. Another features, mental level of the learners. Mental level of the learners. Your TLM should be the mental level of the learners. That is, when you make the TLM, you should remember that the TLM should be based according to the age of the learners. According to the age of the learners, according to the capacity the student possesses. That is the mental level of the learner. It should be the mental level of the learners. Next feature is large. Your TLM should be large, so enough large, big, so that the student from the behind they can see your TLM, what you containing in your TLM. Next, simple and cheap. Simple, SIMPLE, simple and cheap. Simple and cheap. Your TLM should be simple and cheap. It will not very costly in any case. It will be so simple. It will be in housemaid, or it will be in homemade. It will be not very costly. It will be so simple and it will be so cheap. Next, learners motivate. Learners motivator. Your TLM should be based according to the learners motivator. That is, your TLM, you make the TLM in such a way that learners can motivate by your TLM. Next, another features, up to mark and date. 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 Your TLM should be up to mark and date. That is, whenever you make the TLM, it should be based according to the present age, according to the level, according to the current situation. You have to when you make the TLM. Another features of characteristic of good TLMs is up to mark and date. Your TLM should be up to mark and date. That is, you should when you make the TLM, when you make the TLM, you should remember that it will be up to mark and current situation. Next, another topic, another features, informatives. Your TLM should be informative. That is, the information containing its effectively. The teaching aids should be informative, and they always serve as information. Next, another features, stipulated learning. Stipulated learning. Stipulated learning. Teaching aids helps stipulated learning objectives. That is, when the students make it in a broken way, it can acquire them. They obtain it with broken way. They can get it with broken way or stipulating way. These are some characteristics of good TLMs. Next, let's go to the types of TLM. How many types of TLM are there? I am giving you the various types of TLM. I will mention you types of TLM. Types of TLM. Types of TLM, that is, first of all, I am giving you what is visual aids. Visual aids. VIDUAL. Visual aids. Visual aids. The aids which only appeal only to eyes are called visual aids. The TLMs which only appeals to they can see, only the student they, can see in their eyes, that are called visual aids. Such examples are like that. I am giving you such examples. Cartoon is a visual aids that student can see in your classroom, in their classroom. Other examples, there are various types of visual aids are there. Next, textbook. Next, globe. Next, blackboard. Blackboard is a big TLM, visual aids. Blackboard. Next, dashboard. Next, real object. That is, it is also called real in real object. Real object. Next, place of enjoyment. That is museum. Is a visual aids. Museum. You know what is museum? Museum. Picture. Charts. All these are examples, great examples of visual aids. Visual that we can appeals only in eyes, that is called visual aids. So all these are examples of visual aids. Next, go to the audio aids. Audio aids. Audio, AUDIO, audio aids. The aids which appeals only eyes. The aids which appeals only ears are called audio aids. That we can that can hear only in their ears are called audio aids. Such examples are given. I am giving some examples. Audio aids. Radio. Radio is a great example of audio aids. Next, tape recorder. RECORDER recorder. Next, gramophone. After that, lingophone. Another example, lingophone. The great example of audio aids. Next, come to audio-visual aids. What is audio-visual aids? Audio-visual aids. Audio-visual aids. The aids which appeals both eyes and ears are called audio-visual aids. The TLM or teaching learning material that appeals both eyes and ears are called visual aids, audio-visual aids. I am giving you some examples audio-visual aids. That is audio-visual aid. That is, first of all comes television. Television is a great example of audio-visual aids. Next, film is another example. Film is another example of audio-visual aids. Next, video compact disc. Disc. So these are the great examples of audio-visual aids. Hope you know better it. Next, we go to the importance of TLM. What are the advantages of TLM? I will discuss it later. Advantages of TLM. What are the advantages of TLM? What purpose or what good of examples that serve us, that provide us? I am giving you, citing you some examples here. Advantages or importances of TLMs. Advantages of TL. Look at the blackboard. I am giving you one by one some features of advantage of TLM. First of all comes time and energy. Look it very carefully. Time and energy. First of all, it serves us, but it saves us from time and energy. The teacher refrain from extra time or energy, and it serves us time and energy. First of all, it serves us time and energy. Next, motivator. TLM can serve us as motivator. The students are motivated by the teachers and also by the TLM teaching learning materials. Classroom monotony. Classroom monotony. Classroom monotony. It also refrain from classroom monotony when the students are take classes. They can bore from their topics, and that's why they are refrain from their classroom monotony, from whether the teacher uses a classroom TLM in the classroom. So the next feature is classroom monotony. I will discuss you next feature, the attention of the students. The attention of the student. Attention of the student. TLM gives us the attention of the students very much. They look the teachers very fixedly when they take their classes. So the next importance of TLM is the attention of the students, and the teaching learning materials can the student attentions are very attractive to the attention of the students through TLMs. Next, construct the knowledge. I will not write down in blackboard so many times. Construct the knowledge. The TLMs will construct the knowledge in their conceptual thinking, conceptual knowledge in their brains when they take their classes. Healthy classroom interactions. It will also provide us a healthy classroom interactions through a teacher and students and students and teachers, and it will go in a circle way. Runs. Positive environment discipline. DLM teaching learning materials prevails the whole classes in a positive environment discipline. The discipline will be discipline will go in a positive environment way. Speech training to the peoples. Speech training to the peoples. TLMs makes the students speech training to the peoples. Next, written languages. Teaching learning materials retains the languages in their brains whenever take their some classes. Vividness. It also provide the students in a vivid, in a clarity in their way or vividness when the classes will arrange with the teaching aids. To make the idea concrete. Another importance of TLM. When they take their classes, the TLM makes the students to make their idea in a concrete way. Development of various skills. TLMs develop their various skills like reading, writing, listening and speaking, and also others skills develop in a very crucial way. Grow vocabulary of the students. TLM is another importance of TLM is grow up the vocabulary of the students. The students can grow their vocabulary in a very huge way. Direct experience. TLMs makes the students to acquire any knowledge in a direct experience, in a direct way. Clarifications. Through TLMs, the student can make their clarification to their classes, to their textbooks, from their teachers also. Encouraging activity. TLM also makes them to encourage their activity, encourage their different activity. They are read in their textbook. So these are the great examples. There are some good examples of advantage of TLM. Next we go to how the purpose of TLM. The purposes of TLM. Next we go to the purpose of TLM. What are the purposes of TLM? इसका उद्देश्य क्या है? Purposes of TLM. Purposes of TLM. TLM हम क्यों बनाता है? First of all, it will be very simple. It will be very simple and brief. Purposes of TLM, and here it is mentioned that how to use teaching aids. How to use teaching aids. First of all, I will giving you features. Simple and brief. Simple and brief. Your TLM should be simple and brief. It is not so large, it is not so big, it is so simple and it is so brief, it is inaccurate, it is inexact. Next, it is related to the objectives. When the students make the TLMs, remember that it should be related to the objectives of the teaching. Objectives of the teaching. It related to the objective of teaching in a proper way, in a nursery way. Related to the, that is related to the objectives of teaching. Objectives of the teaching. Objective of the teaching. Next, big door. Whenever the students remember the TLMs, they should remember that it should be big, it should be large enough, so that the student from the behind they can see enough, they can see in a proper way what the teacher, what the TLM containing with, what the facts of the matter, what the objectives of the TLM, so that it can see from the last bench of the student, from the behind of the students. That is the big door. Interest of the student. Another feature is interest of the student. When they make the TLM, it would be based on the interest of the students. Based on the interest of the students. Next, another feature is prepared and planned in advance. Whenever the they teaching aids should be they make the teaching aids should be prepared and planned in activities. It is planned before when they make the TLM. Next, another teacher sees physical and mental level of the student. Whenever they make the TLM, they should remember that it will be based on the physical and mental level of the students. Meaningful and interesting. Another feature is meaningful. It should be meaningful and interesting. It should be meaningful and it should be entertaining and interesting to the students. So these are the objectives. These are the purpose of TLM. Next we go to the another topics, another features of some TLMs of visual aids. There are some TLMs. Okay. Next, let's go to some TLM of visual aids. There are some TLMs of great. There are some great examples of visual aids are there. Some of them are first of all charts. You know charts, CHARTS, charts. What is charts? You know that chart is a simple flat of display materials. So chart is a simple flat of display materials that can all types of information can be presented through charts. All types of information, that is what they think about, what the activities of the students can be presented very well or effectively. It can be done effectively. Charts are very simple to be to prepare. Charts are very simple to prepare whenever they make the charts at home. It is very way to make it. For preparing any chart, one must give through to the following aspects. Whenever they make the charts, some features should be mentioned. Some features should be think that these are verbal message. One of the verbal message. Verbal message. Another is graphic message. Graphic message. Another visual aids are models. What is models? Models are three-dimensional visual aids. Models are three-dimensional visual aids. They provide the real things in all aspects. They provide in real things in all aspects. Whether it is, it would be mobile, it would be any kind of things in which we get from the environment. That the great examples of model. There are in three types: simple, sectional, and working. Next, posters. What is posters? Posters are used to present a single message boldly to the learners. The posters is a such kind of visual aids that contain a message in a boldly, that attracted to the students, that attracted to the peoples, that attracted to the learners boldly. Message can be displayed effectively through posters. All types of message can be displayed effectively through posters. Posters are, you know that you take blood donations, you may present it very well. Tree plantation program is another kind of posters making. Next, globe. What is globe? In a globe, a place can be identified, properly identified by the globe. In a globe, we can, whenever we can find a place, we can identify it properly. And anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country, it would be find it properly in a minute way. Next, maps. In maps, rivers, mountains, seas, towns, village, foreign aggressions, expedition, rainfall, effectively presented through maps. So these are the great examples of some visual aids. No more today, more class, when we will next time it will be discussed another topic. Thank you class. Thank you.